My name is Alicia, and I'm going to be informing you about the benefits of a 4-day work week. Imagine being able to have more time in your week to spend with family and work on your passions, while also being able to be more productive at work. The potential for better mental health and better work-life balance is something that everyone deserves, and it's something that is a reality with the 4-day work week. Anyone who works full-time can understand the desire and allure of a 4-day work week, especially if you have kids. As someone who works full-time and goes to school part-time, I understand wanting to have more time in your day to get chores and hobbies done. Overall, working 4 days a week offers numerous benefits. It improves mental health, increases productivity, and reduces burnout. These benefits are important when considering how impactful this could be for busy people. Separating and finding time for activities can be a struggle outside of the overwhelm of work. Not to mention, after so long, our mental health can suffer, which leads to burnout and reduces productivity at the workplace. This point is made clear in the article, How Work Conditions Impact Mental Health by Cleveland Clinic, when they describe the results of a survey conducted in 2021. 76% of respondents said that they at least had one symptom of a mental health condition, and 84% said that at least one thing about their workplace was negatively impacting their mental health. This survey highlights the negative impact that work can have on a person's mental health. Another good example of how working too much can lead to mental health ramifications and burnout is in this article, How the 5-Day Workweek Shrinks Wealth and Well-Being, in which they talk about a study conducted in the National Library of Medicine. A multivariate study found that burnout was strongly related to alcohol abuse. When people are burnt out from school or work, they are more likely to be addicted. This example highlights the serious consequences of overwork. Another good example of this point is from the National Library of Medicine in their article, Long Working Hours and Health. We can see the consequences of working long hours when looking at Asian countries that typically have unreasonable working hours. According to the report, 488 million people worldwide have long working hours, and more than 745,000 people died in 2016 from heart disease and stroke related to working more than 55 hours per week. These figures make long working hours the biggest occupational health hazard. Based on both of these studies, it's clear that we need to rethink the structure of our traditional work week in order to protect the mental health and overall well-being of people in the workplace. One way to address this issue is to create a healthier balance that prioritizes both productivity and well-being. Practically, we can do this by implementing a 4-day work week. This allows people to gain time to recharge and manage their lives outside of work. A prime example of this is a study conducted in Valencia in which we can see a positive impact on mental health and even the environment. According to the article 4-Day Work Week, Trial in Spain Leads to Healthier Workers and Less Pollution by Douglas Broom, it is evident that results showed people in the program at higher self-perceived health status, reduced levels of stress, were less tired, and felt happier and more personally satisfied. This study included 360,000 workers, and it was reported that not only were these workers less stressed, but they had more free time to do activities and prepare meals. Not only does a shorter work week improve the lives of employees, but it also improves the environment. According to a 4-day work week could be better for health and the climate, companies find by Yale Climate Connections, 200 companies attempted 6-month trials, and their findings were interesting. On average, participants spent less time commuting by car, and many reported that they spent more time on climate-friendly activities, such as biking and walking instead of driving. This contributed to climate change benefits. Ultimately, based on the evidence, we can see that the 4-day work week positively impacts employees by increasing downtime, reducing stress, and increasing productivity, while also improving the environment, as not many people are traveling via car. When implementing the 4-day work week and putting it into place like they did in Valencia, it's clear the positive implications that it will have on people in their personal lives. This could genuinely change people's lives for the better and allow them to live more feeling more rested, motivated, and satisfied with their jobs, all while potentially improving productivity. A perfect example of this is in the UK, where they did a trial in 2022 with 6 different companies, shifting to a 4-day work week. According to the article, these companies tried a 4-day work week more than a year and they still love it by Andrea Sue. The result was impressively positive. Improvements in physical and mental health, work-life balance, and general life satisfaction, as well as reductions in burnout, have been maintained over the past year, says sociologist Juliet Score of Boston College, who's part of the research team. Workers report higher job satisfaction now than before the trial began. By manifesting and visualizing a workplace that people are allowed to work less and feel better, it becomes very clear how transformative the shift to a 4-day work week can be for both employers and employees. In conclusion, the evidence is clear. A 4-day work week is a practical solution to many problems that working people face. From reducing burnout to improving mental health, it's easy to see the benefits. As trials in Valencia and the UK have shown, shortening the work week empowers employees to live fuller lives while still being productive. It's time to shift the way we think about work and realize that a healthier, more balanced lifestyle can benefit you and your family. When you embrace the 4-day work week, you can finally improve your life.
Hold on, don't stop it.